Hyaline cartilage has as its primary function support and reinforcement. It also has some cushioning properties. We find it in the embryonic skeleton. It covers the end of the long bones in the form of articular cartilage. We find it in joint cavities, around the ribs, the costal cartilages, the tip of the nose, the trachea, and the larynx. Here is one of our hyaline cartilage slides. We are using the 4X objective to look at this tissue. We can see the hyaline cartilage is in a band right along here. It is surrounded by adipose tissue. You can't see a lot of details at 4X, but you want to look at this dark band in the center on this slide. Here is the same tissue slide, but we have increased the magnification to the 10X objective, and we can see our band of hyaline cartilage. Now we can start to see some chondrocytes in little lacuna. We can kind of see this smooth matrix between the lacuna. We still can't see a lot of detail, but on either side we can see this adipose tissue, so we want to concentrate in this region right here. Now here is that same slide. We're using the 40X objective, and now we can actually see some details, and we can look at some characteristics to help differentiate hyaline cartilage from the other two cartilages. If you look, here is a lacuna with a chondrocyte, and the lacuna are a little smaller than elastic cartilage, but they're larger than fibrocartilage. What's really apparent here is we don't see any fibers. The area between the lacuna is very smooth and polished looking. There are no fibers evident, and that's really your best indicator that you're looking at hyaline cartilage. We're going to look at another slide at both 4, 10, and 40X for comparison, and even though the slides look quite a bit different, we can still look for this one characteristic: medium-sized lacuna with smooth matrix between them and no fibers. Alright, here is a different slide that we have of hyaline cartilage. Here we are using the 4X objective, and we can see the band of hyaline cartilage here. There's some other tissue around. Most notably, you can see this fat or adipose tissue. Okay, here is that same tissue slide. We're now at the 10X objective. We can see some little dark chondrocytes in there. The lacuna are not that apparent, but we can see that there are no fibers between the lacuna, so it's a smooth matrix, which is a primary characteristic of this hyaline cartilage. Alright, here is that last slide at 40X objective, and at this objective and magnification we can see the lacuna, we can see the chondrocytes. Now the lacuna are packed a lot closer together in this slide than in the first slide we looked at, but the one characteristic that is constant is this smooth matrix between the lacuna. You don't see any fibers there. If you don't see fibers, you see the little cavities with chondrocytes in them, you know you're looking at hyaline cartilage.